If you like the idea of a 1000% HP and 500% speed boss event, this is not the one for you, unfortunately. Also, you have been warned, this will be active. Our first boss event on Tinkerton, which I'm honestly surprised about because of the fact that, well, we usually get a boss event on a map as soon as it's released, like with when Sulphur Springs released, we got the Dread Bloon event on the first week in which that update was active, so I'm kind of surprised in a way. Second farm down deployed. This one is going to be the one in which we're going to sell in order for this to be a banana plantation. So what restrictions are we facing today? Well, we're not facing 400% Vortex on Frozen Over, which some people absolutely love to oblivion. I don't know why. Is it a challenge? Yes. Is it a fun challenge? Not for me personally, but I'm sure others out there that found extremely easy strategies in order to be able to go about that scenario. Despite the fact that we're on a longer map and we're going to have the absurd speed restrictions in which we had on Frozen Over, this map does present a rather Monkey Meadow vibe when it comes to how Vortex interacts with your towers in a way that it feels like there's not really anywhere in which we can put down a tower and it's going to be, you know, out of the fiery line of Elite Vortex's stuns, especially like on tier 5. Third banana farm, and we're going to put some tech bots up here in order to ease our time when it comes to activating abilities on certain towers in which we're going to really rely on, just so that we don't have to think about pressing buttons down the line. So one of the farms to turn it the other one into a marketplace. We're going to be doing this process again where we're going to be placing down 2 more farms, and then after we get to marketplaces, we're going to turn this one into a BRF when we have enough money and enough sellback value. We can't utilize the favored trades increased sellback value because Buccaneers are disabled for this particular event. Sell that, get our second marketplace, and the money we're going to generate now will hopefully enable us to get the BRF. Although we are using some of our spikes that we get at the end of a track if you have monkey knowledge enabled, and you have that 1 monkey knowledge which enables a automatic pile of spikes at the end of a track to be summoned. Obviously, if you have more lanes within the game, then you have more spike piles by default. I don't like how fast these balloons are going, and we need the dark monkey to pop these purples. Oh, no, oh my god, they almost escaped there. That's no good. Let's get this up to crossbows just so it can do a bit more damage. I think we're good now to get our BRF online. Now the money is going to start rolling in. Yeah, I really don't like how fast these balloons are going, for goodness sakes. I'm not the biggest fan, but it is thematically appropriate considering it is Vortex. And Vortex is all about that speed. Let's get that ability up and running so we can pop those lead balloons a bit quicker. Probably not the best idea, but we're going to try and get a second one of these up and running before round 40. I realise when Elite Vortex is summoned, these balloons are going to go stupidly fast. Like, if you think they're going fast right now, wait until Vortex comes out. They're just going to absolutely blitz through the entire track. I've actually forgotten about my finance completely. Let's get one of these up and running again, and let's see how we go from there. I want to get Jungle's Bounty going up at some point just so that we can start utilizing a means of trying to be able to get all of these balloons rather than worrying about the travel speed of the huge amount of balloons that will spawn out later on in the game, just like pink balloons up and coming when Vortex appears. Oh, they're making their way very far into the track, and I honestly feel like we need to slow them down just a little bit, but we also do need to think about decamification on some balloons. So I'm going to get ourselves a shimmer and just with water fire just so we have a bit more power. I think that should be good for the moment. Well, let's go full auto rifle. We're going to get a alchemist down here. Set it to perishing potions and see how we go along here. We do want the elite defender. Up to stronger stimulant. Gonna put you on first so that you're always targeting the frontmost balloons. Camo shouldn't be able to evade the shimmer because of the fact that... oh. You're stunned. Let's just quickly get a radar scanner for you, just in case. Just in case we do get cameras while the shimmer's actually disabled. Okay, elite defender time, which is pretty good. Now we should focus on more farming here. We're going to be using this chocolate platoon in order to put down another farm. But before then, I'm going to think about putting one over here and one over here. And I think that these are all of the farms in which we can fit within the radius of this village down here. Also, a touch of Germany is involved in the creation of this video. This goes out to all of my German subscribers, also to anyone who is German, but you can just appreciate the black, red, and yellow waving about today, rather than the traditional blue, red, and white, which is my British flag that I love to always have up and running. Also, we can now get our Spear for Forest online, which is most likely not the most economically good thing which we can do, but alas, this is what we're going with, and you cannot defy me at all, okay? Also, we can get rid of these two, because this, by default, pops camo balloons. Although leads are not going to be our forte because of the cross path we've chosen, but that is intentional because of the sheer fact that we want rounds in which do have lead balloons on just to last just a tad bit longer, just so that we have a little bit more time for Jungle's Bounty to come into play. So what paragons are we going to be creating in this video? I would really like to get the Master Builder up and running, because if you can place it far away, then obviously it's not going to be good against Vortex, but it's 3 main turrets that it can spawn down. If you just disperse them out, it means that at any given point in time, it will be able to actually attack the Vortex, whereas the other ones have a little bit of problem of when they're stunned, obviously they can't attack. So hopefully in this way, we should be able to still be able to attack. Center Shadow is a very strong one. It's just so that we can actually attack very far away with its Master Bomber aspect and still be able to inflict a lot of damage. 35, that should go up at some point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is there none of them there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's none of them. We should be able to get a bit more once we get the overclock up and running. Oops, wrong button. I was meant to press 6, and that is not within the range of that. Although this down here is, which is really good. We'll only be missing out a little bit of money because we are buying these upgrades under a discount village. We should think about our tier 2 Vortex issue here, and then we can get a move on with the rest of this scenario. Okay, we're actually going to use overclock on our rocket storm here because we want this to attack as quickly as possible. Luckily for the fact that Vortex is slower in this boss event, it means that we don't have to worry about its humongously deadly speed. Okay, now we are up and running, and hopefully we should enable the Vortex just stick around this area over here. I'm just wondering, actually, is this going to... If a farm is disabled, is it going to be just disabling its ability to be able to be absorbed into a Monkeyopolis, or am I just being paranoid here? The Ball of Light circumvents the shield in which the Vortex has. Monkeyopolis time under 10 villages. We're going to get rid of that platoon now. And we're going to think about our next maneuver, which is going to actually be a Banana Central. Oh my god, look at those Moabs go. For goodness sakes, that is disgusting, I tell ya. Absolutely disgusting speed that is presenting towards us. Towards us. I was meant to say towards us. Another Ball of Light does very little, but it's the best attack that Voidora can do while at her range. I want her to be safe from the blast of Vortex, okay? It's not up to me, it's up to Voidora. Banana Central time, and then it will be Ultra Boost time once we sell the Mad. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Okay, sell that. Get Ultra Boost, and now we are in the runnings when it comes to this scenario. Okay, good, good, good. Get those Ultra Boost stacks, please. And let's get ourselves even more farms up and running. Now, the farm did fit down here, but I'm pretty sure we need to sell our Spirit of the Forest just so that we can reapply it down here. I don't think we're going to really need it anymore, question mark? I say question mark because that may come back to regret me. I may regret my own decisions, and obviously I can't fit this over here for some odd reason. Need to get rid of you so we can put this down again. For goodness sakes, let's get another one up and running. Sorry, monkey farmer, you had to be sacrificed so we can actually do stuff. Already I miss it, so we're going to reapply it. And since we are going for the Master Builder Paragon, we are going to go and get ourselves the XXXL trap and hopefully be able to get the moolah running as early as possible. Obviously, Spirit Force is going to hinder our pops here, but it's only mainly going to be for non-moab class balloons. We should also think about getting ourselves the Grand Saboteur, as I'm going to call it, just so that we can get those steels up and running as soon as possible, get those pops running as soon as possible. Get some more more BRS, so we need that. Monkey Wall Street time, and in update 43, as radius is going to increase, so it can absorb absorb bananas and crates further away than usual. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. The amount of farms we have on the screen equals to the amount of overclocks we have in order to get that 60% bonus. And now we can be applying the Ultra Boost onto Adora, because why not? The only problem with having all these engineers at the very beginning of the track is that they're going to be very likely to be stunned by Vortex once we do the damage on it, and it's going to be a lot of damage. Now then, the preparation for our first Paragon of the day, which is going to have ourselves a measly Dark Paragon, just so that we can actually get through this scenario here. And yeah, let's get this thing up and running. It's going to be a degree 22. You know what? That's absolutely fine. Why did I boost my bank? I don't get it. Just forget that I did that, okay? It doesn't really provide any benefits other than bragging rights, to be honest. So let's get this tier done and dusted. Okay, should do a lot of damage, and thanks to these walls, the balls will ricochet off the walls here, and they're not even leaving the entrance, which is brilliant. Although the only downside is we can only use some of our overclocks here, not all of them, because I'm a dumbass, but I am thinking about decamoufying the DT so that then they can be swallowed up by the XXXL trap. Keep trying to say that to all of your friends and family every single time, you know. I'm trying to get the best out of my overclocks with my farms, but guess what? They keep being stunned by this massive behemoth known as Vortex because it is too bloody greedy to not keep this ugly mitts to itself. And yes, I called you ugly, Vortex. You and your many, many snake-like eyes. So there we go. That's that done and dusted. Now, think about our future Paragons. Number 1, the Master Builder. Number 2, the Ascended Shadow. Oh, speaking of Ascended Shadow, we should get our other towers up and running associated with the Ninja. You usually use an ice tower to support Sun Avatar on some water so that you can get the benefits of a carrier flagship when you go up to Sun Temple. Me in this case, because I like to use orange juice to support my Sun Temple. We are not the same. Also Energizer, because of that 20% reduction in ability cooldowns. Round 95, things are going very well so far, I think. We're not going to be able to absorb all of these DETs with the XXXL trap, but we managed to absorb the majority of them. They wouldn't be able to get past my Sun Avatar and Adora combo. Absorb and absorb. round 97. It's just that easy. I think we should build our Ascended Shadow now. Contribute over 2 million to get up to its maximum Paragon degree at this given point in time. Okay, so 62, that's pretty good. I'm going to set you to strong so you're always targeting Vortex rather than some flimsy DDT. Actually, I should actually do that. I was thinking DDTs, yeah, it could be a bit overwhelming if you just allow them to do what they need to do, want to do. Again, I don't know why I just did that. This is going to make a big difference right here. I'm going to summon that Vortex and we're going to put this rocket to use. I didn't hear the kaboom. Okay, tier 4 Elite Vortex. You're going to be a pain in the butt if I ever known you before. Let's see, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Get those overclocks up and running whenever we can. And hopefully this should be good. Come on now, do not enable Vortex to get through, please. Come on. Back defense, defeat those DDTs, please. I really should. Yeah, this is at hard force. This should be damaging the DDTs here. It's just some of these late rounds, there are lots of DDTs on them. Try round 138 for your most nightmarish experience within late game chimps after round 100. So the Ascended Shadow is doing the job that I expect it to do, and that is to take this thing down. So what's our third Paragon going to be? I know it's going to be the Master Builder as well, but what's the third one going to be? What's the third one going to be, or the equivalent of? I do not know, but we are going to be flying high regardless. Not ace flying high. With any boss and event scenario, or just any event in general, any game mode in general, once you got the early game down and out of account, then it's only really the ultra late games which are going to give you a huge amount of worry here. Yeah, these DTs are making it very far. Maybe I should move the XXL trap cursor over here. Just show that we can actually make use of these foams over here rather than always trying to rely on the frontmost point of the track in order to actually take down all of these balloons. This might be an unpopular opinion, but Vortex is my least favorite boss to go up against. I actually think it's the most difficult boss in the entire game. And let me tell you why. Vortex is indiscriminate regardless of what is within its stun radius, but with Lich, with Phase, with Bloon, actually no, Bloonarius is indiscriminate as well, but it's how Vortex is indiscriminate which is really annoying. So with Lich it only absorbs certain kinds of buffs, whereas with Vortex it doesn't matter what is within its stun radius, it will stun your towers. And that includes Paragons as well. So it doesn't do that with other bosses where you can deny them the ability to be able to attack and then go from there. It's not how Lich or how Phase or how Dread Bloon is difficult. Actually, it is the fact that they are difficult, but it's how they're difficult which is what ultimately determines how annoying that they are to deal with. So with Vortex, you're kind of placated to be using like military towers and stuff like that in order to be able to, for you as the player, to be able to get to where you need to go. So there's just the bad left, and obviously we have ourselves a very useless tower in the form of XXXL trap over here in order to take it down, and I just realized we don't even have a Sentry Champion deployed. Brilliant! Some pops I am missing out on. Brilliant! Top tier work, Flare Bloons. Top tier. And that's tier spelled as T-E-A-R-S, not T-I-E-R-S. So what we're going to be doing here, obviously we're going to be deactivating the tech bot, because you're going to be our beloved master builder over here. Although I don't want to put all of my money on you, because I do want ourselves the VTSG up and running here. So you're going to be a 65. That's pretty neat. Let's go over the rest of our non-important towers here. our first stage of the operation is to go forth with this particular setup here. Let's get ourselves the Sun Temple with primary magic and support sacrifices. Again, I just want this to be supported by orange juice, that's all. That's the only reason why we've got it floating here. Primary is the only tower where if you have it in support sacrificed Sun Temple, then you're not going to be able to get the 40,000 requirement that you require in order to actually get the maximum amount of buffs out of it. You can with the support class with a homeland defense, you can with magic with Superstorm, you can with a lot of military towers, but not this. Bloon Crusher's most expensive primary tower that we have outside of Paragons, and obviously we can't do that, so we're going to be putting down an Ultra Juggernaut. We've got ourselves our other two tier 5s over here, so let's get ourselves cracking. Also, you're in the range of Voidora, so you should transform. And here we go. The VTSG is now online. Do you think we have enough down by now? No? Should we get even more? You know what? We're going to invest ourselves with the rest of our money into a Glaive Dominus. And that will serve as our third Paragon at level 42. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Because we can use this Glaives for 4 points of attack over here. Probably not the best spot because it's going to get stunned a lot, but we still have ourselves our other Paragons going on here. And you're not the dank champion. You are the, somewhere in there you'll find a good name. It is what we call the Holy Trinity of everything. The belovedness. Now let's lay down our beloved turret over here. Get our Master Builders, one of the Master Builders, good trace up and running here. Put that over there. Probably you should have been in range of the VTSG, but oh well, let us pair you up with Voidora. And what we're going to be doing next, well, we're going to be absolutely destroying this thing asunder with 3 Paragons and a VTSG. And also as well, we're going to be using you and sacrificing you to the Void. To the Void, I mean. Making our VTSG even more powerful. Even more power is required. Honestly, look at this Vortex go. Like halfway through its HP, and now it's not even halfway through the track. It's still near enough at the beginning. We've got our Blue Storm, we've got our Imbrittle or Super Brittle, and we've got the the Cripple Moab up and running here. And this is just a good old time here. Nice relaxing time. Not using the absolute sweatiest of Paragons like the Goliath Dune ship and supporting it Navarch of the Sea. Although we still have a Cinder Shadow though. But Master Builder is not one that is usually used just because it's honestly the weakest of the Paragons. Like especially on a map like this. Like the Apex Plaza Master is just definitely better, but the only reason we're using Master Builder is because of the fact we can just displace the turrets all across the map. And there we go. That is what we have. A successful boss scenario against the Vortex with double cash mode, obviously. But just ignore that little factor there. So review map. Let's see what our towers have done here. So we have VTSG with... Yeah, that's going to be the name of all Super Monkeys from now on. With nearly 7.7 million. This was solely there just to support our VTSG. Just let you know, by the way, you can use support sacrifices on a Sun Temple to boost your VTSG. Obviously a Perma Brew to boost this, our Ultra Boost supported it, Homeland Defense supported it, and all that jazz. But despite the fact, Master Builder got even more pops. It's just fantastic. And this was not even the XXXL trap that was over here getting all the pops. And obviously our Cinder Shadow got most of the pops. Began at tier 4 Elite Vortex. And our, even this, like honestly, rivaling VTSG here. Like the VTSG has definitely gone down as a priority over the years. Because of that Paragons are now more powerful or the levels are more accessible to get. Green Sentry 4 million, Blue Sentry 1, but then again he kept being blasted. Red Sentry, you of course also got blasted. Our Brittles, sorry, no, anyways, moving on. Thank you all so much for watching, everybody. This has been the Elite Vortex scenario on the brand new map on update 43, Tinkerton. Let me know what if you thought of this video down in the comment sections below, and I know I should improve myself on this game in order to not rely on this, but honestly, like for the first few years of me playing this game before I even had this channel and stuff like that, like I tried my very best to try and be good at this game without using double cash or anything, but it's like sometimes it just requires too much sweat from me. And in scenarios like this, it just feels like I need to be wearing a headband across my head and a towel across my shoulders and stuff like that, just so that I can do the very best that I can possibly do. But even then, I will still end up having a cross across my eyes. Thank you all so much for watching, everyone, and take care of yourselves.